Hello and welcome. I don't want to say that anymore. No more hello and welcome. What up? This is the YouTube cast. Hi Twitch, hi YouTube. We're gonna go over Twitch, TyLoo versus FaZe Clan at Sydney in a best of 3 series. I think this was map. I think this is map. This is map 1, I guess, because we would see the yellow bars filled in. We really fucked this up early, like right away. Just like TyLoo right there on the anti-force buy, and already down to 3. King DDD has the flank locked down, and this is gonna. I mean, it actually doesn't force FaZe into that awkward of a situation because they at least have Guardian here. So I think they're just hoping that somebody overextends in Guardian and gets some nice 1D so that they have the opportunity to either go back or get a gun. But TyLoo are actually playing this quite carefully, which you normally don't see from TyLoo, who are a very uncareful team. If you were to rank teams based on how uncareful they were, TyLoo would be number 1. But it seems like it's a different day for TyLoo. Much more prepared to play against tier 1 teams on the big stage. And a lot of it for them is simply having a bit more discipline. A big thing for them is things that are as simple as trading or not moving when they know they have a good spot. TyLoo very often would just get too aggressive or not have any respect for the mid round when they were up numbers, and instead would continue playing with the aggression that you would have on both sides as if it were 5v5, or playing like they were down a man. They wouldn't think about, all right, we're down a man, what's our setup, what's our readjustment. They definitely took a little bit of time to learn that. One thing they had going for them is they got aimers. Some of the best aimers, bar none. That was a thick grenade all the way into A main, and somebody doesn't care who he's killing as long as people die. He's truly a savage. Speaking of savage, is he on a team that's good right now? He's on the, from what I understand, Savage is on the second best Chinese team. Is that right? TyLoo are right now the best Chinese team. But my favorite players are always Savage, Lovey, Zoking. Where are those boys? Maybe we'll see them at the FaZe Major. Oh, you fucked up. You done fucked up. You done fucked up, AA Ron. That is a big fluff, but it's good that they didn't continue with the boost. Some teams will just, they'll make noise and they'll think, well, this is what we wanted to do, so we'll go over the boost, and then they'll get killed because somebody heard them. But at least there they didn't continue with it. Instead, they decided to trade for A main information, and Bentet holding the line down from Whitebox with a fantastic M4A4 spray. Oh, Nico has no idea that somebody is this close, but is being careful enough, actually. And just as I say that, I think we call this Caster's Curse. Not all down to DD. There's only 2 up for FaZe. Captain no. Captain no. Captain no. Captain Mo says no. Surprised they won that previous round. I don't think that Nico is going to get caught off guard like that again. And I think them pushing for information was very standard. It was good. And it worked. You wouldn't normally... I think it's good that also that Bentet's playing highway. I think that's a really great position for him. Or he can fight Squeaky. He can fight A-main cross. He can help A-main. And then he can also fight mid. So there's a lot of opportunities for him to get kills. And he is truly the star of this team. So I like the positions. I like the setup where B is a little bit harder to retake. So they've stacked it more heavily. And they have some mid support with Excreate inside the vent. I feel like few things are more terrifying than sensing Nico crawling up on your angle. Maybe Kerrigan. Maybe Bentet. Maybe Guardian. And they don't get it going. Think about how different the round would have been if Nico hit the headshot on him at fence. Just think about that. That part of the site completely wide open. Everybody swinging and fighting highway and truck, and nobody from the CTs are able to rotate it. Oh. Ooh, there was a very small chance that Guardian got the kill, got the plant. An even smaller chance they won the round, but it would have been a big dub for them to at least get bomb money. Let's see what TyLoo do. I saw someone holding up a phone at Sydney, and it said TyLoo's, and it had the Omega Lol picture in it. Might have been a sign. I think it was a sign, actually. An optimal one from Guardian. We saw on Inferno, if you watch the actual match, accurate. If DJ Khaled could pronounce his name. Accurate had a pretty fun time opping versus FaZe, versus Guardian. He definitely had reasonable impact. That's a thinking emoji right there. See, that's a very small misstep. I mean, it's the guy you're sending in to make the most dangerous play of the round, and he's blind because of your own flash. You can't really analyze past that. I mean, he threw his second flash, he's still committed, which is good, but he wasn't recovered from being blind when he went in. But no matter. Oh, actually, yeah, matter. No, it's a B hit. I thought that TyLoo were still in a pretty powerful position to defend versus A. But it looks like it's going to be the B site. B main smoke goes down. This is kind of interesting. I think he just wants to try to keep the terrorists in here for as long as possible, where they don't have to search. So he's kind of pretending to go for the retake. It's an interesting save position. HP somebody? Anybody? TyLoo lost the mid round and have decided to get 2 ops as an adjustment. It's not uncommon to do. It's not a bad thing to do. It's very powerful. especially versus a very defaulty team like FaZe. It's going to be mad openings given to any CT side operators if they're smart enough. Somebody lurking around the smoke at A main. And in front of the squeaky door. Sometimes I wonder who actually wins this fight more consistently. Oh my god, he decided to go in no flash. He's got his teammate here accurate on highway. And he has a flash. But instead of asking for the flash, he decides to just go in. It's one of those things that's hard to justify. Like, why? What is the value of not going when you can have a perfect pop flash from a player who doesn't even have to move from his position? Will you do the other maps? No, I don't think so. The other TyLoo maps? Not today, at least. Somehow it's a 4-on-4. Bentet, as they come out of A main, gets one in the side. That's Rain going down. Now continues to spray into headshot. Nico, last man standing, 1v3. Can he do it? He's got the AK, but he's the red time. He has no chance to plant, and he's got to fall back into the one taps. Beautiful stuff. Captain Mo doesn't want any of that. It's always impressive to see how calm Nico can be in those situations. Oop. B main pick, and Nico straight up misses. Tag is out. Captain Mo gets 2. He's found a great position to multi-frag here, but Guardian is ready for... is ready to trade. Is ready and waiting. Somebody gets killed on the cross, they know that there's another player there. That was kind of interesting. I mean, it's not often that you've seen Nico miss a shot like that, hopping or otherwise. But it was a solid round from Mo, despite that. And yeah, TyLoo are giving FaZe the hands right now. On a map that FaZe decided to bring back into their map. Well, they decided to make it a lot stronger. I'm actually trying to recall a veto here, but I don't want to do that now. I don't want to do that. There's a time and a place. Okay, Bentet in that position that for Rain automatic loves to play under the boost. And DD gets aggressive at B. They've actually got the double push going out. It's extremely strong. I don't think they'll expect that somebody has fallen back into the site, so this might cause a problem for Exist. DD just trying to make sure he gets away on low HP. DD understands that there's a threat now. There isn't actually a good way for FaZe to capitalize on this situation. Exist would have liked to, or we would have liked to see Exist run out. But at least there's that. 2 kills on red health. That's actually just Mo all alone with bomb control. He's probably sweating right now because this is an opportunity and a half, but he's got to figure out how he wants to play it. The longer he waits, the more worried he's going to be about big flanks and FaZe splitting up and thinking too much, and you don't want to let that happen in the 1vx situation, especially when you have to play the waiting game. But he's looking for this opening frag. It's not coming to him. 20 seconds now. Up, Guardian straight up peeks him and wins the duel. Seemed a little bit slow on that one. Oh, I was trying to remember a veto from the past that FaZe showed when they wanted to take cash on. It was a while ago. But for this one, okay, so FaZe removed Overpass, TyLoo removed Nuke. I wonder why FaZe removed Overpass. That's interesting. FaZe picked Cash, TyLoo picked Inferno. Wow. You would really think that FaZe have the upper hand in the veto, and that's kind of unfortunate for TyLoo. I'm gonna move it along. Keep it going. Two ops again. It's like a desperation. Two ops is accurate. Doesn't even have armor. This is something they want to do. A very popular comment, B main boost that's going on. Can be quite dangerous, especially in this pop-up. A lot of people will sit in sunroom when they have nothing else to do, and they'll just hold this boost. The very rare boost, you know, it comes along once every game, if that. But it's worth it if you have nothing else to do. So, somebody finds the appropriate time to squeeze out of that angle of fence, leaving Bentet alone in a 3v4, I should say, trying to abuse the corner of a smoke that was thrown from FaZe, but Kerrigan was too wise to the plan. And now there's pretty much no hope left over. They really bought on a prayer. They would love to save this op. And this is one of those situations where, oh, that actually matters quite a bit. Nico got out-timing a little bit there. 44,000 viewers. Thank you guys so much for the support. Just a small casual cast. Wow, never thought I'd see those numbers. I feel like that's a little low. We can get up to we can do 80K. Who wins this? Find out right now. If he hits this jump spot, oh, he's the goat, he's the god. He's a goblin, he's a beast. DD goes for the pre-fire. Maybe that's the secret. Shoot early, then you look fast. Oh, oh my god. Wasn't the most graceful of deaths. Not even really sure why, how. We know when. What's the other one? Where? We know where. Why or how. Guardian is just a bit too scary. Do FaZe Clan need to reinvent themselves? They have started to come back. Things are working. What's the first call to action? Bombs at B main with one other player. You can't actually see that there is intention to go anywhere quite yet. It seemed like there was just some support. They know that TyLoo are going to push for information in response to mid-control. It's just very predictably what most teams will do in general. So, I want to know if FaZe are going to go for mid and fake it, or if they're going to commit, and how they're going to deal with the push. TyLoo have doubled up on highway. It's looking a little bit crowded over there. They've actually now left it and haven't pushed into A main, but they do have a lot of information. Posting the op up here is pretty good move from TyLoo. They know that FaZe have just been basically having Nico come in here by himself and make sure no one's doing anything funny. They're gonna throw that nade deep. It's not gonna be good. And Exist dies with the bomb. So TyLoo are definitely gonna be concerned about A. In fact, all 3 players at B are leaving. They've evicted the site, and Accurate is about to get fired out of his position at Forklift. Somebody has a lot of pressure put on him, but I'm not gonna tell you who. There is no hope now for him, and maybe TyLoo as well. It's Captain Mo. Oh, potentially the leader of the team. Don't know if the name has anything to do with his position. Had to do a whole lot more. Trades potentially could have been a bit better there. Information was definitely on their side. They had everything going for them. The op down, the op with the kill, and the vision on A main. The rotate to Forklift maybe was a little bit weird from Accurate. And yeah, that's tough. You always want to credit the team that gets the information, whether or not they lose the round, you know. But it's definitely one of the trials of playing against FaZe that you will lose rounds like that. Got everything going for you, still lose. Just let the cars past. Accurate in a... I keep saying Accurate. I don't know why. Accurate in a very familiar position at Forklift. Last seen, last spotted. Does that mean that he's going to get mollied out again? I mean, it is the anti-eco, so I'd probably throw it here. Smokes for the cross. As they come out, he stays stalwart. Now, pops his head up like it's Groundhog Day and gets put back down. Bedtime for Accurate. 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 I keep saying Accurate. Oh my god, I've been listening to too much DJ. DJ Khaled. We the best. Round 15. 2 ops again. Accurate never needs armor. He doesn't care. He just doesn't. Oh, double flash into A main. Instant first kill for somebody. That's pretty good, and that's a shot you need to hit. But clearly the aim punch had an impact. Oh, the one-tap battle from Exist comes out ahead. And another one. Bentap mollied out of his position. That was a weird wide swing from Truck. I think that player has been abused more than once. Just small mistakes that we're seeing that are that's allowing FaZe to really just pry open the A site. And Captain Mo once again on the rotate. Nico is immediately going to take him down. After getting that kill, it would have been a long shot to win the round, but they gave it a shot. I think they could have won a few more of these rounds at A. Certainly if we go back and look at those rounds again, some of it has to do with trades, but some of it has to do with free rotator kills. I think is a big sticking point for TyLoo. When they start to lose a site, the rotations in seem to be a little bit unsafe. And unfortunately, it takes getting punished like this by the best players to make those adjustments. It probably sucks being, besides the praise that you get, it probably sucks being the best team in your region if you're trying to stay there. or trying to become better because you don't have anyone that can drive you upward and like teach you discipline. Into pistol number 2. And thought it was gonna happen, right? We thought it. The calm before the storm. The mid bust is imminent. 2 to 3 players up on top of the boost with the bomb to run out mid. Spot 1Z. Sandbag is actually going to come in handy now. And Rain is waiting to activate, but Kerrigan's here at Highway doing most of the legwork for FaZe with a couple of clean headshots. Captain Mo with his full nade set and Glock cannot stay alive. So Kerrigan, I mean, he was how you see that round play out most of the time is because there's so many people swinging on Kerrigan, he should probably only be able to get one, and then you have Rain to pop up from the sandbags and start shooting people in the back of the head. But either way, the setup was really good to deal with an A split like that. Captain Mo up on the boost and down off the boost. Kerrigan sends him flying. They're gonna go forward again. Let's see how Nico handles these door shenanigans. Certainly doesn't seem. I think. Open it. Oh! One spotted. He thinks it's Nico, but it's not. Stray bullet? Won't be. And an overall very successful anti-eco. Sad state of affairs for TyLoo. They had a dog in this fight. They had most of their rounds early in this game. They had most of their rounds. Jesus, they almost won all the rounds they won in a row. How far and how fast we've fallen. FaZe showing us their world beater cash. And you know what? TyLoo's done a lot of great stuff on cash today. But FaZe have just been too strong individually, honestly. And in the mid round as well. I mean, decision making has been on point. But some of the setups and reactions for TyLoo made sense. Oh my god. I mean, I understand it because if he goes for the Glock headshots, he's got to get 3. And by that point, Guardian's going to flick on him, no problem. He gets a knife, it's instant. I know the thought crosses your mind that if you go for the knife, there's so much baggage along with it. Like, everyone's gonna think that you were trying to be an asshole. But there's definitely situations where the knife has higher percent chance of getting the kill than the gun. I'd say that was one of them. Good flashes out, A main. Oh, what's going on here? Somebody actually gets a frag at mid. Opening kill, instantly traded back by Rain. Nico going to carefully place a grenade on anybody else exiting as Mo swings wide across the site. It doesn't seem like anybody from FaZe is aware that this threat is a possibility, and Bentet, just off of game sense alone, spams on bomb wall and kills Nico, who's holding the op and an angle. Rain, is he going to get flashed into default? Kerrigan's gathered some information for him, but at the cost of his life. And now Rain, looking for two, can't do it, leaving Guardian all alone from an auxiliary position, just hoping that somebody would cross the site, and they won't do him any favors. Solid round. Solid round overall. Simple A split. That is the thing about cash. Almost anything can work. But that's a round they needed to win because that was a... Oh, sorry. I thought that was the second in a row. So here's that round that I was just talking about that they won. Interesting to see FaZe adjust in the same way as TyLoo, picking up the double ops as soon as they lose. Definitely curious how they handle their defaults on T side. Seems like everyone's just making sure that there's no pressure to take map control away from them. They're what you could call free map control, A main, B main. But I wouldn't be surprised if FaZe do, and I'm not surprised if TyLoo are waiting. Quad smoke goes out. Nico throws a flash and either a nade or a smoke, or it looks like a smoke in response, as Rain pushes through B main. They picked a great timing to do that. I'm not sure what the tell was, but I think it might have been the smoke out towards A. Said, hey, here, let's go for information. Mid to B smokes. Gonna be used to cross, but Guardian won't respect it. Puts himself all the way out there. Strong position. And... oh my god. Definitely looked like a good move from Guardian. He recognized that if he tried to fall back, he would die, so he went on a very aggressive angle to see if the pre-fire would come out. The mind game was there. And now, it's inside the mind of Accurate. Accurate! God damn it. Low HP. He's on a headshot angle. It can get closed off. Oh, he does get at least one frag! But speaking of frags, a frag grenade comes and lands right behind him. That would have been something else. That would have been something else.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
22, 26, 39, 31, 47. That doesn't constitute a buy if you ask me. But you can get CZs, and you can't complain about being able to buy CZs. So let's see him. Captain Mo probably should have got dropped one by DD so they could have evened out the money a little bit. I think that Mo is also the one who's going to be opping, but maybe somebody else is buying it for him. Overall, TyLoo looking a lot more sharp than they normally do. Kappa 123. Those smokes were like so nice for the CTs. If for anybody highway, I think they maybe wanted to. I don't know. Maybe they wanted to run out through forklift and push them on highway, but they didn't do that. So maybe somebody who had a good gun died. I don't know, but that looked like those were actually really good smokes for the CTs to fight the cross. You know, like what do you always want to do when you're on highway? Is try to smoke, is try to shoot people over toxic barrels on top highway. Very common position to hold versus people boosting up. It's not terribly. It looks more uncomfortable than it is, I think. But it's certainly not that easy of a position to play. Usually a very high frag position. But as chaos ensues, Rain has already made his way into checkers. This is just an incredibly valuable information. The only reason that Guardian even has to stay here is because they don't know that it's not going to be a mid take. And there it is, Kerrigan looking for his duels and goes 1 for 1. I'd say this still favors the CTs. Oh baby, that would have been a meaty flick if he hit it. And DD actually backs up right into the crosshairs of another opper on the team. It's actually Guardian this time. So I don't think they expected that adjustment to come out, and I don't blame them. Bentat doesn't care. Holds down the spray and is very good about it. Nico actually goes all the way out there to find that kill, and now that the trades are done with, Rain looks like he wants to speed this 1v1 up and actually runs up highway, throws the Molotov down, but somebody is totally prepared. What was this round indeed? That was a little crazy. Exist is temporary. I think Exist has mentioned recently something about finding, when he finds his new home, what he's gonna do. And ooh, I think Guardian wanted to take that fight. I don't think he wanted to lose it though. Olaf had some personal things he couldn't talk about and had to take breaks. Unfortunate. He's a pretty good player. Won a couple majors. Marine also said that Olaf still has pain in his wrist. Really? I wonder why he didn't just say that then. And damn, Nico? Where the hell you been? Oof, Rain found that very cute off angle. He's holding on tight to it as well. New opponents as they come through in alternate doorway. In the de facto B main flash from Checker goes down. But Accurate doesn't want any of this. He's going Mo scoped for the rest of the round. Maybe it's also an issue. I wonder why he said that it was like personal issues he didn't want to talk about. If it was also if it was his wrist, because he was like, my wrist still hurts. Either way, it's sad. Seems like death's approached the doorstep. Death's approached the doorstep of TyLoo. Of TyLoo. Death's approached the doorstep of TyLoo. Throw in a couple of cross smokes versus this boost, though. Sometimes you can trade this if people come out and clear it, but when there's noise coming through the smoke and you don't have all that much utility and you've only got CZs, you know, that's a very strong position. Four smokes, two deagles. Did somebody just buy a deagle and then drop it for a CZ? Smart man. He's playing to win. He's a better man than me. And this could be all she wrote. Guardian locking it down at B main. From checker, there's no Molotov to push him off, and the flash is going to be a huge tell. In fact, a Molotov from his team to cover his fire, but it's an off given up to DD, and the trade comes out versus the mid rotators. But two players have already made their way into the site. Rain at Snacks, and in return, TyLoo have taken vent control. This is actually a nice mid round from them. Acreate's also in a pretty strong position now that they've threatened to go back to mid. He has the bomb. He's going to spot Rain, and unfortunately for him, Rain ducks right under his scope, and that's why you always aim for the dick, so when they crouch, you hit him in the face. Buy a shirt at store.boxer.gg. I hope you enjoyed that game. I'm glad we get to watch some of these Sydney games back. And that's it for me.